Come here, Mav. Come here, babe. Maverick. Mav. Come here. Come here, Mav. Here, you want a treat? Come here. Hello, how are you guys? I'm going to make a quick adjustment real quick just so I can make sure all of you can see me on here. Am I in the screen here? How are you? Let's see who we have on here real quick. I think this is going to be really good today, and I'm excited to share it with all of you. Andrea Cox, intuitive healer, detox specialist. Thank you guys so much. You know, you guys have seen me in my kitchen making you raw vegan recipes, both here and on YouTube, for a decade now. And about 3 years ago, I started a spiritual channel, and I was doing the readings with all of you, and I continue on with both of those businesses. But recently, my businesses have graduated to a level of, I think, I don't want to say prestige, I want to say just leveling up spiritually, energetically. And I'm really focusing now on my retreats, my wellness coaching, and my intuitive life coaching. And I wasn't planning on coming on here with all of you today because I have a client in town, but something happened yesterday and I really felt led to share it with all of you. It didn't take up a big part of my day. It didn't stress me out, but I think it's important to bring up. And if you guys can just tell me where you're tuning in from in the comments section and toss this video a heart or a thumbs up, that will help tremendously. So what happened was I had posted a food photo, and someone with a fake account, right, sent me a really nasty message. I know it was a female. I know it was a fake account. I know who this person is. This has gone on for years and years and years. And it was a fake account because they had just started the account yesterday, and there was only 2 pictures up, right, that they had just posted. So they actually created this account to target me. And the first thing that entered my mind when I saw this message that was tearing apart the way I looked. Something was mentioned about me having eyelashes on in a video. Who cares? Something was mentioned about where I live, that I was lying about living in Las Vegas. I've lived here over a year. When I first saw this, I actually felt sad in my heart space for this person, for this woman. I felt a deep sadness that, you know, when we're in a war right now, right? Russia and the Ukraine is in a war, and this woman took the time out of her day to create a fake account and target me. But it brought me to the realization of how much growth I've had in my own life, because 10 years ago that would have upset me. but it was just simply blocking the person. I didn't even bother to report. I do take screenshots because I keep a log of all of this, but it was just simply blocking the fake account and going about my day. But as I left the house and I was going about my day, my heart became seriously sad. I became really sad in my heart. I thought, wow, this person, we're in a war, and this person actually thinks about me that much. And being a healer, I look at that as a malefic attachment. And I've spoke about this before with all of you, what a malefic attachment is, when someone has, it's a very low vibrational thing to do, especially if you're a healer or you want to help people. It's extremely low vibrational to attack people online, whether it be from a real account or a fake account. And again, this has gone on with this person for years, and it's like, wow. But what happened was I started thinking about how I could better energetically protect myself. And I energetically protect myself. I energetically protect my clients. I know the road and the path to the ascension process and how we go through a dark night of the soul, and people can say things or do things that trigger us and cause us to want to lash out. I get all of that. But a true healer is not going to only say the things or look the way that people want them to look, or say the things that people want to hear. A true, genuine healer is going to say things that are going to really probe people into change and growth. And for many people, that's a trigger. And so I really took myself out of the situation, and I said a prayer for the person, and I made a list of how we can better protect ourselves against, lower vibrational entities, entity attachments, malefic energies, because let's face it, we turn on the news and that's malefic, right? The war right now is malefic. People doing this, it's such a small scale that it doesn't really faze me, but it fazed me enough to make a list to share with all of you on how to protect yourself more. And you can do these things in the privacy of your own home. I'm just going to kind of go through the list. Thank you for the hearts. So here are some, protection suggestions to protect you from malefic energies. So number 1, practice daily meditation. So meditation is not my strong suit. I have, a lot of trouble quieting the mind. I'm an extremely intuitive person. And before I get into this list, I want to share something else with you. So many healers do not actually ask to be healers. In fact, when we first discover our gifts, we don't even want them, right? Because usually it means we have to redo our entire lives, right? What we've been up until that point that we discover our gifts is gone, and we become a different person. So if you know anything about astrology, you know that Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio are the 3 most intuitive signs. Having my first 6 houses in those signs, being a Pisces sun, High Priestess, a Scorpio moon, a Scorpio rising, Cancer in the 4th house, Pisces, Venus, I am extremely intuitive. So even when the phone dinged yesterday and I got that message, I knew who it was. I knew who was sending me that message on Facebook. I knew, because I can feel energy. That's how intuitive I am. I can feel. So for example, if I'm making coffee and my mom calls me and the phone's across the room, I can feel when my mom calls me. I can feel when one of my siblings reach out with a text message before I even look at the phone. I can feel if it's someone from my past, right? So when this happened yesterday, when I was attacked online, I knew even when the phone ding, when I heard ding, like you have a Facebook message, I felt the vibration lower and I knew exactly who it was. I knew exactly who it was. And the person unfortunately gave it away with what they were saying. It was very jealous energy. And so let's get into the ways we can protect ourselves. Number one, meditation. Not my strong suit, but I do take 10 minutes every morning. I have a mantra I say, and I kneel down on some cushions that are, hang on, let me make sure this is still recording. Are we still recording? Yes. Awesome. Thank you for the hearts. So I do a meditation every day. That's really helpful. You can also empower your mind with positive thoughts when something negative like that happens. You can actually just fill your mind with something positive. Oftentimes I feel sadness when something like that happens, like how could someone, target me so much? And sometimes I'll even say a prayer for that person. You can hold up an energetic mirror, right? So they can see themselves. So a true healer, someone who has very protective energy, even if they're really empathic like myself, even if you have a lot of water in your chart like myself, you have a strong force to push away that type of entity attachment. Whether it's someone being too needy, whether it's someone being hateful and jealous, whether it's someone targeting you online, whether it's someone trying to attack your business, whether it's someone, plagiarizing your work, whether it's someone, playing on your phone, whatever it is, whether it's someone speaking rudely to you, whether it's someone pointing the finger at you for something, you have the ability, if you're a healer, if you're a true healer and you've truly done the work on yourself, to literally have an energetic mirror that mirrors everyone else's behavior. So that's another thing. Sometimes I'll just put up that energetic mirror and say, okay, no more. So I woke up this morning and I was like, okay, this person won't even be able to get to me today or moving forward. It's just too low of a vibration. Another thing I love to do is use stones and gems. So stones and gems are a great way to protect yourself. I often sleep with a rose quartz under my pillow. It's the feminine, it's the mother, it's protection, it's divine protection by Gaia, Mother Earth. I have a citrine next to my bed, and that absorbs all worries. So I carry selenite in my purse. Be careful, it'll scratch your cell phone if you don't have a protective cover on it. So stones, I have stones all over the house. I mean, they're literally in every corner. I have a crystal grid buried around the house. So you can protect yourself that way. Another way is to call it out. For years, I didn't call that behavior out. And then once I did, I was targeted more. And apparently I'm still targeted, but it's to a much lesser extent. It's more, them doing things on the down low now instead of coming right at me. I mean, she must have been having a bad day or something, but you can call it out. And sometimes people need to hear or see what they're doing or know that when they're attacking you, know that you're not going to be a doormat, right? Know that you have things put in place. And, energetically, it is very low vibrational to attack someone like that, but especially when there's a legal undertone, when you're keeping such a good stream of information, a log of what's happened, that's just really dumb. So the most important tip in keeping malevolent spirits, entity attachments away is to use gateways, right? Actually invite them to come in so you can see what is going on. So a few years ago when I was being really heavily attacked, my reputation online, I actually invited the lower vibrational entities in so God, Spirit, Universe would actually show me who they were. I said, okay, let this person, whether it be online or in my space or whatever, have on a blue shirt tomorrow. And literally, the person showed up in my inbox in the color shirt I asked for. So it was really easy for me to, see clearly. So you can actually invite the lower vibrational entities in that are attacking you, and ask God, ask your spirit guides to show you clearly who your enemies are. So that's another way. Another way is through prayer, praying to your ancestors for guidance, praying to your ancestors for protection, praying to your ancestors to have, your enemies and these lower entity, attachments and what have you, to release you from whatever they're holding against you, right? That's another way. So oftentimes I have an ancestor altar in here. I have like 4 altar tables in the house. I'll pray hands and knees on, my altar table before I go to bed, and I'll just ask, my ancestors that have crossed over to come in and to allow whoever has animosity towards me or what have you to just release it. So some other ways is to take really good care of yourself, right? It's really hard for people to attack you when you take stellar care of yourself. So if you're getting to the gym every day, or even not the gym, I hardly ever go to the gym anymore. I work out in the garage. When you go to the gym, when you get in the sauna, when you drink your vegetable juice every day, when you're eating really clean, it's harder for lower vibrational entities to attach themselves to you. They can try really, really hard, but they'll be seen, right? They'll be seen when that happens. So they'll be seen by you, they'll be seen by others, the mask will fall. So, these are just a few things I do. Also, deep breathing. Like when that happened yesterday, I don't even have to deep breathe anymore. I just look at it, know who it is, block it, and just, let it go. But I did think it was going to, provide me a great learning experience to share with all of you. But I want to say something else, and this is if you are struggling, and if someone maybe is triggering you a lot. It could be someone online that you see online, like myself or someone else, or it could be someone in the spiritual community, because there's a lot of phonies out there. Not everybody is really full of love and light when they say they are. You need to ask yourself why that person is triggering you. Is it because they're doing something you want to do? Is it because they're really confident on camera? Is it because they look a certain way, they take care of themselves, or what have you? Really dive deep and ask yourself why that person triggers you so very much. Because usually there's something within ourselves that we have let die, that someone else is holding a mirror to, that we want, right? So we attack the person instead of looking within and asking ourselves, why am I attacking this person, right? Why am I going after this person? This person doesn't deserve it. I don't even know this person. I've never even met this person. Another thing I want to say is, a true healer has gifts that they did not ask for. I didn't ask to have, most of my chart be in water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I didn't ask to have the burden of having such a strong intuition. I didn't ask for any of that, right? I didn't wake up one day and say, oh, I want to see the darkness in everyone. Oh, I have a Scorpio moon and a Scorpio rising. I want to see everyone walking towards me. I want to see their true dark side, right? I want to see what they do when no one's looking. I didn't ask for any of that. Clairvoyance is not a gift, right? Some people would call it psychic. We just rebranded my website. I didn't want the word psychic anywhere on there. I don't want to be known as that, but it's not something that we ask for and we relish in. It's actually something that's very hard to deal with once it comes to the surface. It is, because you see the darkness in everyone. So I always saw the dark and the light, because we all have the dark and the light. We all are the shadow and the light. That's what makes us who we are, right? Each of us has a light side and a dark side. And when we learn to let them dance together, that's when we reach this homeostasis that is so incredibly beautiful, where we're balanced no matter what is going on, right? We could be going through divorce, moving house, moving out of the country, lose a pet, and we could still be level-headed because you've combined the feminine and the masculine, the yin and the yang. That's when you achieve that balance. So, you know, most healers don't really ask for their gifts. I know I didn't ask for mine. They just showed up. They had always been there, but I didn't want to see them. I didn't want to accept them, right? I didn't want to learn to trust my intuition. Now I do. Now I know. So when that phone dinged yesterday and I felt that energy and I knew it was a lower vibrational entity attachment, and I even double checked after I read the message and looked at the profile. I double checked with a tarot card and I pulled the person's sun sign like I knew it was her. When that happened yesterday, instead of stooping low and attacking back or, you know, getting upset or anything like that, my heart really did hurt for the person. On a deep soul level, I felt like, God, I just want to give this person a hug. This is so tragic. Like, to really dislike someone you've never met. Like, this is tragic. And instead I left and I thought this is going to be a great learning experience for my people. So, yeah, do you guys have any comments that you want to say? I'm trying to see if I left anything out. Oh, another thing, you can pray to the archangels. So you can pray to Archangel Michael, you can pray to Archangel Uriel, you can pray to Archangel Raphael, you can pray to Cecile, you can pray for what you need. You can pray for protection, you can pray to, you know, have, you know, entity, people who feel this attachment or this need to attack you, you know, maleficent, lower vibrational energies. You can pray for protection over that. And you will be protected, you will be guided. As long as you are in the right and you are walking in the light, you will be protected. But I want to say this one more time. You know, if someone is triggering you, you need to ask yourself what in you has died or is not being seen or is being hidden or covered that this person is your trigger. Like, why is that? Why do you feel the need to hide this person or to attack this person or to go after this person so hard? What is it within you that feels so threatened by this one person? I'm only one person, right? But I'm a person that says things that not everyone wants to hear. Not everyone wants to hear, not everyone wants to be called out on their shit, you know? I actually love when people call me out on my shit. I actually thank them. I feel like it's a time for my soul's growth and evolution when people say things to me. It actually really, really enlightens me to how other people perceive me and helps me grow. Whether they're right or they're wrong, it helps me grow, right? So, celianite, that's a great question. Hey, Brandon. Hey, exotic bags. Celianite is good for clearing. You can often put celianite on your, you can lay your other crystals on top of celianite and it really helps like clear energy. So each crystal has a meaning. So like I said, I have like a dish on every table. So this is a fluorite. Fluorite's really good for cleansing. It's also growth, so green for growth. This is a rose quartz, represents like the mother, the pink energy, the heart. Also cornelian is really good for the heart. This is a broken celianite. It's just a little white one. I have huge ones all over the house. So this one is good to absorb your worries. This is the one I have on my bedside table. So I love this one. Good for money. Adventuring is also good for money. There's so many stones. I mean, gosh, amethyst is good for healing. You know, each stone has holds a different vibration, a different frequency. So when we wear them against our body, anyway, when, you know, I wear this against my body because it's my birthstone. When you wear your birthstone, it's confidence, no matter what month you were born. So this brings me confidence. These each have a different purpose as well. This clears energy. So if negative energies come towards me, it clears them, selenite. Amethyst is for healing. I have a golden healer bracelet here. This one is for abundance. So I don't wear the same ones every day, but you know, depending on how I feel, depending on what I'm doing that day, if I'm working, what have you, you know, I'll pull a few out. I literally have a drawer full of bracelets like this, and I charge them under the full moon or on a selenite wrap. So I hope this helped you guys. Goodness, just dumped the whole thing over. So sorry, little unplanned there, but yeah, so basically that's it, you guys. That's what I wanted to share. You know, you have the power to protect yourself against malefic energies, against lower vibrational entities, against, you know, things that come at you, even stress during your day. You know, just keep your vibration high, and your vibration is elevated by the way you take care of yourself, crystals, praying to the archangels, praying to your ancestors, meditation, through body movement, yoga, sweating out the negative, you know, fueling ourselves with the positive, like, you know, fresh pressed juice and fruits and vegetables and things of that nature, limiting the pharmaceutical drugs, limiting the, you know, the things unless we have to take something. So yeah, I hope this video helped at least one person. Let me know in the comments if it did. And you know, again, like when things like that happen, what I used to do is say, okay, what am I doing to draw that towards me? But when it's unwarranted like that, I really have to look at it as a lower vibrational entity attachment that someone has to me. And so when you see things in that light, right? Like maybe someone just dislikes you and they have no reason to dislike you, or maybe someone continues, you know, to attack you. I think what was so hard for me to comprehend is with the state of the world that it's in today, you know, there's a war going on. I am so saddened by that I can't imagine having even the thought to send anyone any type of message, happy or sad. You know, I'm a little bit consumed about what's going on in the Ukraine, and it saddens my heart, and I'm worried about the animals and the people, and so when I saw that, it really showed me how far I've grown and how this person really had not, and it really it filled my heart with deep sadness. It did. I mean, I don't even want to say the things that were said in the message because it was so low. Like, it was the immaturity level. I thought, oh my God, we're talking about like eyelashes and there's a war going on? Are you serious? Like, it was just picking me apart. And so, you know, also, if you want to be a healer, you want to be helpful to anyone in any kind, whether you're a teacher or you're a truck driver, a bus driver, whatever you are, you have to let go of that negativity, and you have to learn to ignore when people are attacking you. You have to learn to let it go. As long as it's not impeding on your work, which in the past it did, and I had to really address it seriously. That's why I was like so shocked that, you know, that it happened again. Unless it's really impacting your life on a grand scale, you have to learn to let things go, right? When we hold on to things, we tend to hold on to our bowels. We tend to not use the bathroom. We tend to really just not do well with our health, right? So when you release emotional stuff, right, the bowels start moving, the chakras start clearing, we really let go. So thanks, you guys. Hey, do me a favor. You can subscribe at AndreaCox.com to my newsletter and my 2 YouTube channels, The Detox Intuitive for spiritual things like this, and Andrea Cox TV. And I would appreciate you subscribing to both of those greatly. Andrea Cox TV is all about health and wellness. And for my intuitive life coaching or my wellness coaching, you can go to andreacox.com and you can just fill out the questionnaires for both of those. I appreciate each and every one of you. Sorry I'm offline more. I'm working on things. I'm working with people one-on-one now again, and I'm working on things on the DL. So thanks so much, you guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye.